Good morning. My name is Clay Springer. I'm the STEM classroom teacher at Rappaport. I will be starting my 5th year. They have flown by. I have taught several different subjects at Rappaport, but I'm here this morning to talk to you about technology. Now, I say morning. It's 4:29 in Ketchikan, Alaska. So if you need me, you're going to have to call me long distance. No, I will be available via email this whole session. I'm sitting in an internet cafe inside town. I just first want to talk about what the culture of the students are if you're new. One of the best things about our students is they embrace failure. Don't be afraid to try things with technology. Don't be afraid to try things new with engineering. They will let you know how it's going. If you fail, you get another chance tomorrow, and they are totally forgiving. I know that the word STEM can be overwhelming, so one of my goals is to give you an action plan when we discuss STEM at Rappaport to let you know that it's not there for you just to do on your own, and that I am here for you and that other teachers and that we are a collaborative team. Alright, just so you know, for all of these videos, I've recorded them using my web camera on my laptop and using Windows Movie Maker. It's a free program available off the internet. It used to come always on Windows, but now you just download it quickly, and I would be glad to show you how to use it. Another thing that you can also use is an iPhone, if you have one. If you don't have one, Dr. Polk said you could use his anytime. And they actually are really great. They're much better quality than this camera, and there's some editing software that you can download, the iMovie and a couple other applications I'd love to show you. So if you were looking into doing something like this, we'll talk about it a little bit later. Okay, let's begin. At your laptop or tablet in front of you, continue to www.rappaportacademy.com. From there, you will access the My Homework tab. Scroll down about half the page to Mr. Springer STEM. The very first link, labeled In-Service Session, will have a Microsoft document attached to it called Session Roadmap. Go ahead and download this document and pull it up on your screen. Alright, everybody have it up on your screen? You'll notice that this roadmap is your outline for this session. Each video is hyperlinked to the color number next to the box with the description of the video. There are 15 videos in all, with the intro being number 1, or this video. I've divided the rest of the videos into 3 major headings. Let's put the E, or engineering, in STEM. The second, what is STEM? And the third, technology at RAPS, or Rappaport Academy Public School. This session is set up for you to work at your own pace. You may pause, fast forward, rewind at any time. You may finish all the videos, you may not. If you need to pause at any point to brainstorm or to write down notes, you absolutely can. They will always be available by accessing them back through the rappaportacademy.com website. The idea for this session came from a project I did with my students last year. I posted their directions for the day on the Rappaport Academy website. Every student knew where to go and what to do next just by looking at the day's post on the website. This unit in the computer lab at the middle school had great reviews from the students, and I encourage you to try with your students a video series much like this. So I wanted to give you an example of what it looked like showing you the videos in this session, and I hope you enjoy being able to work at your own pace. I talk more about our video capabilities at Rappaport in this section, Technologies at RAPS, New Technologies in the STEM Lab. I'm going to give you a brief description of each video before I set you loose. Go ahead and grab a pencil and jot down the ones that sound like you will want to watch first.
You can follow along on the roadmap printout you should have gotten.
Alright, in the first section, Let's put the E or engineering in STEM. In video number 2, What is Engineering?, we break down what is an engineer and what exactly do they do. At Rappaport, we realize that not everybody's going to be an engineer, but there are some engineering qualities that every student can learn from. I think you're going to enjoy this one. It turned out to be my favorite. In video 3, I break down the engineering design process, which is a lot like the scientific method for engineers. It is an 8-step process that includes different steps along the way that allow students to write, draw, and respond in different ways, and using a lot of different Lemov tips. There's also a lot of great vocabulary that any classroom can use. Video 4 is how you can incorporate Future Cities into your classroom. Future Cities is an engineering competition that our 7th and 8th graders go out of town to compete in. Even though it's a 7th and 8th grade competition, the different parts can be explored by any grade. There's a lot of great vocabulary, budgeting skills, and writing involved with it that are great for high school. Many of our high schoolers will have already competed in the competition as well. There's also some great city planning curriculum and citizenship ideas to incorporate into the elementary school. Future Cities has turned into one of my favorite times of the year. Our kids have competed for 3 years and really enjoy it. Alright, the second section is called What is STEM? Sometimes I feel like STEM can be overbearing, and it's thrown at you without knowing what to do. So what we're going to take a look at is what actually the state calls for in the STEM blueprint, and hopefully set some goals for integrating STEM in each classroom across the district. In video 5, we'll look at what STEM looks like across the country on a national level, as well as the state level. We'll also look at some of the buzz floating around the community for STEM. In video 6, we'll look specifically at Waco. We'll look at different companies that are very pro-STEM. We'll look at a couple different organizations and how we can really incorporate community into our STEM program. In video number 8, we'll look at that STEM blueprint I was mentioning, which lays out some goals and objectives, much like TEKS for STEM. I think having your hands on the blueprint will give you some attainable goals when it comes to STEM in everyday classroom. In the last video of this section, number 9, I'm going to lay out to you my personal opinions of what I believe STEM is, what it looks like to me, and some goals I have for my classroom, other classrooms, and as well as the district. The last section, Technology It Wraps, starts with video 10. Video 10, I break down what effective technologies we have, meaning computers, smart boards, things that are easy to use, and the best ways I've found to use them in the classroom. Video 11 breaks down the technologies that we don't have. Bottom line is we won't ever have the newest technologies. We won't have the newest computers, we won't have a computer for every student. So let's talk about ways that we can get around this and still be innovative. Let's talk about collaborative grouping and ways to utilize technology to make it easy and accessible for teachers when planning and students. Number 12, we have some new tools in the STEM lab that I'm excited to tell you about. In this video I talk about them, I give you some resources, and I really want you to brainstorm unique ways that we can use these across the district. Video 13, I'm just going to give you a long list of resources and applications, websites, and ideas that you can research, that you can access later on, but I'll give you an explanation of how I've used each one to find some new ideas and things. Finally, the last video talks about lesson planning using technology at Rappaport. We'll talk about what computers, what TVs, what things actually work, and what we can use them for. Not all things that are intended to do something actually work well in the classroom.